Yeah.
Hey, so how are you
Yo,
doing? Sorry
what's
for
up?
the
How you doing? Say what's
difficulties.
up. Say what's up. You
Hey,
know, everything good?
we are doing good. Just getting this Instagram live stuff is confusing. This is my
Yeah, I
first
know.
live, so
I get,
I'm trying to figure it out.
it always works out. You know what I'm saying? So,
So
we
we're gonna
can't
get
give
this
up. You know what I'm
going.
saying?
We're
How you
just trying.
doing?
I'm doing good. It's crazy times right now, but I mean, lucky to be alive and doing well. How you doing? How
Man,
you holding up?
God is great. With the family. To be honest with you, we've been celebrating all day. That we got the cover of Pop Star. You know what I'm
I
saying? And
mean, who better to have on the cover of the pop star than a
yeah,
real pop
you know
star?
what I'm saying?
You know what I
And
mean?
it's like I always wanted to get that cover, always did.
Oh,
And
well, we are so happy to have you. I mean, we feel very lucky to have you on our cover.
no, it's love. I'm very grateful, and what's so beautiful about it is the timing was incredible because to put out a big anthem like a record with me and Drake called Pop Star, and then boom, for us to get the cover of Pop Star was just not only incredible timing, it's genius, and it's I'm honored and I'm blessed and grateful and I'm thankful for to get the cover because I've been blessed in my lifetime to get a lot of covers, but I always wanted Pop Star, always wanted that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're so happy to have you. I mean, it's been great working with you and your team. You guys have been awesome. And the cover and the article look great. So I'm really excited for everybody to go on and see it. It's a really great article. And we are so happy to have you on the cover. But so let's talk about these singles. I mean, is it crazy releasing two singles during the pandemic? I mean, did these come together during this time, or can you tell me about that?
So Pop Star, me and Drake was talking about in that record. I went to go visit him a few times in Toronto before the pandemic. Pop Star, the new year was it was a lot going on for me. Basically, my son was born alarm, which is he's 6 months today.
Oh,
And
wow.
as soon as he was born, I flew the same day he was born. I flew straight to Toronto, and I was in the studio with Drake in his house called the Embassy, and me and him was going back and forth and was exchanging energy and inspiration, and like brothers do. Every time we talk on the phone or see each other, we inspire each other, and that's how Pop Star was the record that we wanted to go with. You know what I'm saying? And after I left Drake, I won a Grammy.
Wow.
So it was just having my son, recording, going to the studio with Drake, and winning a Grammy was like unbelievable.
So it sounds like you've been having a great year despite everything that's been going on.
Well, yeah. Speaking of the year, this year is it's a lot of craziness. But what I did was I was talking to Drake, and I was like, man, through these hard times, we have to find the light.
Yeah.
And we also not only have to find the light, we also have to bring the light. And when we drop these two anthems, these two keys, I felt like not only is that going to be a light for all the fans across the world, I knew the records were so powerful that I wanted, I said, Drake, I want to put both of them out at the same time, and I wanted the world to feel this excitement that I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And, we let the records go, and then, yes, we quarantining and we're in the pandemic, but the music's so powerful that the light is shining. And, I'm all about motivation and inspiration
For
and
sure.
also uplifting people, but also making great music. And
you do.
thank you. And shout out to Drake, because to collaborate with my brother is always a great experience. And also it's special. When Khaled and Drake get together, it's always special. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like think about the records that we put out together for free. No New Friends, I'm
Mm-hmm.
on one, Fed Up, and
Yeah,
then now
so
you
many
got
amazing songs.
Pop Star and Grease, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's just I'm honored and I'm so grateful to work with the OVO team, and we the best OVO. We just real friends, and we have real great energy together, and we work great together. You know what I mean?
That's great to hear. Does he have a recording studio in his house, or where'd you record these songs?
Well, he has a recording studio in his house. His house is called the Embassy,
Okay.
and I have a recording studio in my house, and I call it the Resort. And I
Oh.
also have other studios too that I have in my other houses, and as well as I also have another compound where where we all get together sometimes and work out of too, and that's We the Best Studios. But his house studio is called Embassy, and it's incredible. Like, he
I
got
sure can
the
imagine.
basketball court, indoor pool.
Did you get a chance to play on that basketball court, or was it all through?
Yeah, for sure. I played basketball with him. Me and him was hitting them threes like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it felt like Jordan and Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That
you
sounds like fun.
you know what I'm saying? But it's always fun working with Drake, man. It's my brother for real.
Oh, that's really great to hear. So tell me, when in your career did you feel like you realized that you had hit that pop star status?
Well, I always knew being me
Mm-hmm.
would be the right thing to do and the only thing that I would do. And I encourage all my fans out there to always be you.
That's great.
And to me, we're all pop stars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In our own way. You know what I'm saying? And we blessed, but through my career, I would probably say when I put the album out, Major Key,
Mm-hmm.
I felt a different energy of the world, the whole globe, four
Mm-hmm.
corners, global. I felt this energy when the world got to experience my keys. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that I always, been giving out keys for my whole life since I was born. But at that time when Major Key came out, I let all my fans in my personal life. When I say personal life, meaning as in I let them in a lot of my spiritual and a lot of my things besides music. You know what I'm saying? Besides the things that you always see Khaled having #1 records or being in a video, or being a music exec or being a DJ or being a producer, Major Key was I just let the world in more than I ever did.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my fans, we just connected on another level. You know what I'm saying? And we can relate on another level. And that's what it's about. It's about a connection. It's a feeling. It's something that is just it's a force of love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
And
love
that's
how you connect with your fans. Do you feel like your fans have influence on the music that you create as well?
of course, because I started in the game, obviously DJing, but I also used to have the #1 radio show.
Mm-hmm.
So my radio show was real real big in Miami. Real big in Miami. I did underground radio, I did on 99 Jams, and it's like, playing for the people, but also playing in the clubs or playing on the arenas or stadiums. You get to know what the fans love. You get
Mm-hmm.
to feel their energy. When I travel the world or different cities, you know what I mean? I get to see the vibe and I get inspired. You know what I'm saying? So, I know how a record should start. I know how a record should end. I know how a record should feel. I know how a record, how a hook's supposed to connect with you. There's certain things that, when you make records, it has to make you feel a certain way. Me personally, a Khaled record got to make you do this. Like your hand automatically just goes.
Yeah, definitely.
Without even telling your hand that, it just goes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a certain feeling. Or there's some Khaled records that make you just touch your soul, so heartfelt. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the record, but my goal is to make anthems.
I
and
mean,
put
you
out
do.
anthems. You know what I mean? Like, I think about what's the record they're gonna play at the NBA Finals? What's the record they're gonna play in their promos? It's not like I make a record for that. It's a record where they're automatically gonna play it because it's that great. You know, when we made All I Do Is Win, the whole world plays that.
I
It's
can't go
forever.
anywhere and not hear one of your songs somewhere.
Right? And I encourage everybody to, you know, I go in the studio as a DJ, a producer, an artist, a music exec, and an A&R. All these hats I wear in the music game. I go in there saying we have to make timeless music. You know what I'm saying? Records that will be played 10 years from now, 20 years from now. You know what I mean? That's the music I like putting out. It's timeless music. You know what I mean?
So let's talk about Greece. Do you tell me about that? And do you think after everything's over, the first place you might vacation to would be Greece?
Oh man, you know it's crazy because my queen, she always went to Greece. It's in beautiful places out there, and we was planning to go actually this year, and then you know the pandemic came and messed everything up. But I definitely want to go. You know what I'm saying? I want to go experience the culture, the vibe, the food, the music, the people. You know what I mean? So we in Greece now. You see that Greece record, make you feel like, baby, let me take you to Greece. You know what I mean? Like it's a vibe. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to be playing that song this summer. I've had a travel show for 11 years, and every year I go and I spend some time in Greece. So I can definitely say I've been missing Greece this summer. So I'm gonna be playing that song, pretending I'm there.
Yeah, that's a beautiful song, man. Drake really, I love the whole record, but my favorite part about the record is like when you think the record's over, and then he just goes, I had to go in on that. And then he just goes into another mode and he starts speaking to the queen like, I'm a problem. Why are you making problems? I'm a problem. Being rich is not my fault. Some. There's so much talk on there. It's so passionate, but it's the part of the record where it just touches your soul. And you already zoned out vibing to the record, right? But when that part come in, you're like, and it just, I'm going to be real with you. I damn near shed a tear the other day listening to that, just the end. I was in the jacuzzi with my lady, and I was just like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's unbelievable.
It must feel really good.
It feels great, man, just to make music and to put out music that people can relate to. And that's what I love about Drake's lyrics. His lyrics, they always connect.
Oh, for sure.
Like he's speaking for us. You know what I'm saying? If it's in a relationship situation, he's speaking for us. You know what I mean? I thought he was talking about my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then at Pop Star, I've been felt like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we the pop stars. You know what I'm saying? And look at me, I'm on the Pop Star cover magazine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm solidified pop star. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's truly great to hear you speak and are so passionate about what you do, and it clearly shows how much you love what you really do.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, I if I didn't love it, I wouldn't be doing it. I gotta love it, you know, because a lot comes with it. You know, people only see the success part, and they only get to hear what we put out, but people don't know what goes on behind the scenes to prepare and to make music, but not only make music, to get it ready, to get the experience ready for my fans and all the fans all over the world. I don't like to do nothing regular. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not regular. You know, mine different. You know what I'm saying? Mine different. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I don't know how to do nothing halfway.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to do nothing halfway. I don't. And sometimes I can't do something because I know I'm gonna go all out. So I have to make sure it's great. You know what I mean?
Everything that comes out that you do is great.
I'm a pop star, you know?
Yeah, you are. What advice would you give to somebody who's just trying to get into the industry and wants to produce their own music?
My advice is, you know, love what you do
Mm-hmm.
And just know, not everything happens overnight.
Mm-hmm.
And if you be honest with yourself and love what you do, um, and you know, you got to go hard and your grind got to be on another level, but be true to yourself. And when you be true to yourself, um, things will happen. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
of course, you have to be great. And when I say be great, you know what I mean? Push yourself to be great. Push yourself. There's levels of greatness. You know what I mean? We're
Mm-hmm.
born great. All of us is born great. You know, and it's up to us how to take our levels of greatness. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, working with DJ Khaled, you know, my whole team knows that there's no excuses. You know, we don't accept no.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they say no, then we have to show them. You know what I'm
That's some really
saying?
good
If they
advice.
say yes, great for joining the team. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, it's just, it's so many. So my advice is basically, man, just love what you do, and don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the big key, is not giving up.
Yeah, that's really great advice. Do you have any advice that a peer or maybe a family member gave you that you'll always remember or something?
I mean, my mother and father, you know, all you know, they introduced me. Um, when I say introduced me, I was born God's child,
Mm-hmm.
but also made sure that I knew how much God is great. You know, God first, family. God is the greatest, and that's so important. I think, you know, I don't think I know, you know, God, He loves us. So, you know, once you know, you roll with God, you good.
Mm-hmm. You said that when you first got in the industry, you were a radio DJ. What started your whole passion for music?
Um, man, I tell people this all the time. I feel like I was born into music. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm born into hip hop. You know, I started at an early age from like 13, maybe 12, 13, 14, around that time. DJing in my garage, had turntables, drum machine, little keyboard, and a bunch of vinyl records in my garage. You know what I'm saying? Started in my bedroom, then I went to my garage because I was playing so much loud music. My mom let me have the garage as my music room and studio. And I was the kid that had posters all around of my favorite artists, all
Mm-hmm.
around my room. And, you know, I was the kid that would hang up all these things and, you know, really just make tapes for all my friends. And then at a young age, I was a young mogul because I never waited on a promoter to hire me to do a show or a club or do an event. I did my own events.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it turned out so good that, you know, people was like, yo, who's this kid? This kid's unbelievable. And they always supported. Then promoters started hiring. But I did that at an early age too.
Mm-hmm.
I was renting out halls when I was 15 years old and
That's awesome.
throwing events. You know, I was DJing nightclubs, you know, where they used to have the DJ booth. You couldn't see the DJ because it was
Mm-hmm.
21 and up. I was
Mm-hmm.
16.
Wow, that's
You know,
crazy.
I understand, you know, how passionate I was, but also how great my skills were. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, the promoters were like, yo, we gotta have Khaled. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It really, you were honestly the prime example of hard work truly pays off.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
You know what I learned throughout the years is you gotta have hard work. You gotta work
Mm-hmm.
hard. You gotta work hard. No matter what. Anything you do, you gotta work hard. And the blessing with me working hard has got me where I'm at. But there was a stage in my life where I had to continue to work hard, but also work smart. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? There's gonna be a point in your life when you're working so hard, then you gotta take that energy and find out how can I give you that same energy but also work smarter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Um, and then the keys are gonna connect because each key leads to the next key, and like the stars are gonna align, you know, and then you
Mm-hmm.
become a pop star. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm. So I really, really want to thank you for doing this interview with us today. And it truly is so awesome to get to talk to you, and you being on the cover of Pop Star, especially because it's so relevant with your new song, Pop Star. We couldn't want anyone better on the cover. But next time you're in LA, you have to come and check out our Pop Star studios. We would love to have you.
For sure. I'm definitely going to come out there. I'll come visit y'all. And I appreciate the team. I appreciate everything. And all the fans that's tuned in. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Popstar or iTunes right now. Go get that, as well as Grease. And I just put a collector's edition. Because, a vinyl. When I was a kid, if my favorite artist would come out with a vinyl or a poster or like a Popstar magazine, you would take it, you would hang it up. You know what I'm saying? And I still do that. So I made a collector's edition of a Popstar vinyl.
That's so cool. I'm going to have to get my hands on one of those.
All you got to do is go to WeTheBestStore.com. That's it. And it's yours. And
awesome.
it's yours. All right?
It was so great talking to you. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. It was awesome to have you all here. And it was so great to talk to you.
Thank you. Popstar love.